John Bolton tweeted, "No American conservative can agree with Donald Trump's call to suspend the Constitution." And you said, "Oh, half man, half mustache has an opinion now. Great timing." Yes, all of their books need to be called "Now a Warning."
Yeah.
Like you knew, and now his only solution is John Bolton, right?
Now a warning?
That he may have to run for president to save America from Donald Trump. It's like, oh, shut the up, right? All of these people that enabled this. I mean, look at your head must explode like in Scanners every time Bill Barr says Donald Trump should be convicted, right?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely one of the most bonkers thing. But that has to do with the information thing we were talking about a minute ago. Just the absolute cognitive dissonance of the Venn diagram of people afraid of microchips in vaccines and people who want the Neuralink brain chip is a circle.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Here's how you know there's a lot of criming, Allison Gill, which you've done your very best to keep up with, of Donald Trump. But the fact that we didn't even get to this story, Trump owned hidden debt while in office. Are we ever going to actually be able to keep track of all of the crimes Donald Trump has committed before, during, and after being in office? So this seems fairly significant. In a heap of recently released financial paperwork, it's a surprising revelation, not surprising to me, but that Donald Trump had a foreign creditor he failed to disclose while running for president in 2016 and assuming office in 2017. It was almost $20 million to a South Korean conglomerate, but with ties to North Korea, right? So, okay. He eliminated the debt 5.5 months into his tenure as president. I mean, isn't that part of what we still have not found out yet about even the Mar-a-Lago documents? Like, God knows what he's done with God knows what. He is just, he's anti-American. He has only ever been for his own interests, right? I mean, it's extraordinary.
Yeah, well, he pals around with Mohammed Bonesaw, who gave him a bunch of money.
Right.
He pals around with Xi Jinping, who gave him a bunch of money, Erdogan, who gave him a bunch of money, Putin, who gave him a bunch of money. It was only a matter of time that Kim Jong-un helped get him a bunch of money because he was very, praiseworthy of him. And that's where he gets funded from. That's where all of his money comes, are from these despots.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly.
Of course he's going to hide that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He is a friend of America's enemies. He is I don't even know how to, anti-American is too, I think it's too, he's a traitor to the United States and has been since he conspired with Russia to get installed in office. See the Mueller report. Just do it. And the Republican-led Senate Intelligence
Your
report.
heart is going to pop.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
I haven't even talked a lot about the fraud trial. It's just, you almost have to wade through in your mind, okay, which criming is this? State, local, financial, this, that. Prosecutors in the Trump Organization tax fraud trial said in their closing arguments that the former president sanctioned what became the 15-year scheme. Obviously, they just exposed in New York. Donald Trump is explicitly sanctioning tax fraud. That's what this document shows. This whole narrative that Donald Trump is blissfully ignorant is not just real. Is just. I love they tried to ask for a mistrial, right? To go, oh, well, we're supposed to make this about Donald Trump. It's his company. You think he did? I mean, that's the point. It's not about politics. It's his company where this massive fraud went on.
Yeah, and now we have Colangelo coming in from the Department of Justice to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office to help them investigate Donald now, because I guess Alvin Bragg was just sent Pomerantz and Dunn away because he was like, I want to do this myself. I want all the credit and don't want to give any to Vance. I don't know what's going on, but it's bizarre. But he's got what now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 criminal investigations into him and his companies and entities. I mean, it's bizarre.
What I know you've said this before. I'm just curious if you've changed at all your thoughts on what the timing might be of investigations and who might be first and what time frame we're talking about. I know people are hoping 2 minutes after the polls close. Today would be good.
No, I've been on the same timing for a year and a half. I've always said April 2023 for January 6th indictments to start. And I'm using the Watergate timeline as my framing for that. So that would actually be early since Watergate is a parking ticket compared to January 6th. And I got to go with Andrew McCabe, my co-host on You Don't Know Jack, for the documents case. I think that one's much closer and could be to December, January if indictments come. And like I said, if they don't come, we are effed.
Wow, treason's greetings, everyone. That would be fantastic. Yes, I mean, again, it's not just that I am happy clappy and I want to hope for the best in terms of justice, but I do feel like all the things you said, that there's a lot of indications this is more at the end than the beginning. This is not like like Mueller, like you said, starting from scratch. Bill Barr's not in charge. It's not Trump's Justice Department, but also just where they are, right? With, talking to Mike Pence, and it seems like the speed that Jack Smith is moving with it, would portend more the end than the beginning, right?
Yeah, and with regard to the documents case, the DOJ would never have been able to indict without having all of the documents. And as we know, Trump went to a friendly judge, a Federalist Society weirdo, Eileen Cannon, and got an order to hold back some of those documents and delay as long as he could. But now the 11th Circuit says you got to hand them over. Once those documents are over, I think then only then can we indict. We can't indict people in this country without evidence. I know people want to get this done quickly, but we can't just, terminate the Constitution. But,
I think even our friend Joyce Vance tweeted that he's obviously freaking out over them getting the documents. I mean, clearly this has always all been about delay for him. And I am exponentially happier depending on how distressed he is every day. I don't know about you, but it's just how I roll. Steve in Missouri, you're on with Allison Gill. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Go ahead.
Well, this kind of, went over the wire when it came with me, because I'm pretty much into this news. But I was reading on the Washington Compost, and it's also in Newsweek as well, that Hunter Biden and Tucker Carlson, they lived next door to each other. They were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2021, he wrote an email to Hunter asking if he could put in work at Georgetown University.
Yeah, he thanked him for helping. Is it Buckley get into college?
Yes,
Hunter helped Buckley get into college.
I'm just wondering, are they going to discuss that email? Because that is a document in his email, in his laptop.
Yeah, it's all such manufactured bull at Fox, right? I mean, isn't that what a lot of these trials are showing, Allison? The difference in what's in their private texts and what they say on the air is just, it's just such the brainwashing, whether you're talking about MAGA or Fox News or QAnon, it's disgusting how many good people we've lost to this kind of brainwashing.
But MAGA world is going to turn on Fox News because Fox News and Rupert Murdoch have decided we're not helping you, Trump, and they're actually going after him pretty hardcore. So what I see happening here is the MAGA is going, F Tucker Carlson and Fox News. We knew they were deep state all the time, but it's going to end up in that trade, and that's cool. I love it when the rat's in a bag, like you said.
Yeah, big bag. Fight. All equally awful. Tracy, thank you. Tracy in Mesa, Arizona, you're on with Allison. Hey, Trace.
Hey, y'all. I'm going to try to go quick because I know you got Allison there and you're getting short on time. But that F-bomb soundbite that you guys couldn't identify, I sent it to Chris. I think I've ID'd it.
From?
And it's from an episode of Grace and Frankie.
That's
which
not the one. That's not the one. We know that.
That isn't?
No.
Are you talking about take your BS down to the 5 and dime?
No, that's not the one. Those are two different ones.
Okay.
Those are two different ones.
That's all I need to know. Okay.
Right.
And as far as like football players as politicians, I know you're familiar with Jack Kemp because he was a volunteer on the Goldwater thing.
Yes.
I mean, football players can be politicians, but just not Herschel Walker. I mean, he's not even qualified to be an NFL coach.
Yeah.
So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. See y'all later.
All right. Thank you. The Goldwater.
Thanks, Trace. I'm from Arizona.
Yay!
Me too.
Hooray. Mm-hmm. Hooray. And Allison Gill looks fantastic even without a Curry Lake filter.